Hello everyone and welcome back to another FGO Thirstday, and today we start with a very special child. Angry Mango, Angry Man. Yeah, Angra Manju. Oh god, this is angst right here. Right here. I mean, goddamn. Dude, imagine if they was gonna animate all of this with all these tattoos. That would be that would be suffering, I will say. But I love it. Especially this. I like the blue, glowing all that. It's like a combination of Shiro and Anderson. it's I do actually like his style and all of that. Like the card box. That's one way to not need to draw all the tattoos. That's amazing. Oh god, I love that. It's oh gosh, it's amazing. It truly is. I will say I haven't really used Mango so really much. So, and I know that like he's the only 0 star. So, and his power level I guess isn't that insane compared to many others. So in game and all of that, I don't really know much to him. I know that he uses MP and then he dies like, and yeah. And though of course when it comes to the series itself and all of that, he have a big impact being the one that corrupt the Grail and all. So yeah, that makes sense in that regard that he's an effectful character. But to be honest, I don't know too much about him. I just know him as the Angry Mango or Angra Matthew or whatever people want to call him. Though I do like this design, especially this one with the blue and all that. That's really cool. Stands out quite a bit. Avenger, Angry Mango, Zoroastrianism, Ancient Persia, Chaotic Evil. Also voice Edison. Really? Dude, this is an Edison? Oh god. Classic Avenger NP gain rate increases when taking damage. Resentment and hatred are easy to accumulate. Dude, does he can he even take one punch? I feel like he's very... It doesn't have much HP and all that. But then again, I mean, he's 0 star, I guess. Oblivion Correction A. The damage value of critical attacks are higher than other servants. One that attacks even when the other party already forgot about it. What? That's okay. That's some critical thinking. Self-replenishment magic E. Mana continues to endless surge forth until vengeance is achieved. A minuscule amount of mana is restored every turn. Oh, that's nice. Though I would think it would be higher considering the Grail and all that jazz, but I guess it's not. I guess not. Right Fang Grinder C. Sarich. A weapon bestowed with the name of an evil god. Receives the attack of the enemy before intertwining it. Reduce an enemy's unit's critical attack chance. Left Wing Grinder C. Tavrich. A weapon bestowed with the name of an evil god. Destroy the entangled weapon of the enemy. Reduce a single enemy's MP gauge and lower their attack. Isn't it literally what, Amakusa has? His MP? Like, he like 2 different gods. Then again, they are like yin yang, good, evil, and then crunch. It kind of makes me think of that. End of the Fortnite EX, the boundary of the looping world, which announced the end. That's not good. A powerful debuff that puts on every enemy. The condition of its own party also returned to their default state. The buffs and the MP gauge are returned to 0. What? This does not... Oh my god! Dude, that would suck ball! Imagine like, here I have all the buffs and 100% ready to use MP. And then, oh fuck. Dude, I would accidentally use that, definitely. Death Desire A, the action of an existence that doesn't balk at the death. In combat, it works by ignoring the limits of the flesh and increasing the speed ad infinitum. Of course, what is at the end of that loss of self, but a moment before burning out for the last few seconds, Angra Mainyu is able to become a top-class servant. So, increasing the speed ad infinitum. So he literally can... Does that mean he can literally become faster than Dante's there? That would be interesting. False copy of inscribed creation. Rank D, anti-unit, no phantas, unlimited, target one person. Verg Avesta. The scriptures of Zoroastrianism, Avesta's false copy. A primal curse that reflects the damage one received directly to the enemy. Which sounds good without context, but if the user suffers a fatal wound and dies before the noble phantasm is invoked, the condition of receiving a wound that barely doesn't kill me is not nullified and noble phantasm won't activate. With Avengers alone, you cannot win against an enemy. After using this noble phantasm, a partner can defeat opponent is necessary. Truly the weakest. Yeah, okay, that's nice. You're just really kicking on this guy already. That like, I feel bad for him. Look, Lano. No, Anna. Personality, a trickster that laughs at both good and evil. Pessimistic, somewhat submissive, crude and sarcastic. A hooligan-like young man that won't wipe the grin off his face. While praising the malignant side of men to high heavens, on the other hand, he also acknowledged the innate goodness of man and glorifies it. Since he was born as a devil, many cases neither are denied. What? I don't know. Sounds like a bit maniac. Despite talking about the shortcomings and disgrace of humanity, it also indicates how they shine therein. Such is the figure of the Saint of Darkness itself. Also Osborne? The devil who, even as he continued to find fault in mankind, grasped their hands and showed them the way in the right direction. Although he speaks ill of effort and faith by uttering this like, those are things are not as straightforward as you think, you know? He would never make fun of them. Humanity at its foundation is something that betrays. Okay. But I thought you were crude and sarcastic and would like laughs at God and evil. Humanity's foundation is something that betrays. Such betrayal, without getting mad or being disappointed, he forgives with words like such is life. What? Although his attitude seems to be one-third of a third party utterly disappointing humanity, that couldn't be further from truth. Basically, betray once in a while, believing people do some mistake, leave behind something good. I will not laugh at such mistake. Angra Mainyu, born of hatred, is an avenger that speaks about love. The king of Kevin, born of love, is an avenger that speaks of hatred. What? Of course, he's not the real devil. Yeah, I hope not. Dude, that would be a scary servant. The literal devil. That would be cool. The form of an ordinary young man from a certain village who committed no crimes and did not achieve anything greater either. Due to single teaching of the village, the villagers came to an agreement and he was chosen as a human sacrifice. That sucks. It was a teaching that established evil. In that village, for the sake of enduring the hardship of their daily life and their poverty, a teaching was necessary. It's the evil's fault that our lives are not easy in the least. This was the problem they could not solve. For the heart of the people who wouldn't be saved, to beat this unreasonableness and necessary evil, a scapegoat was necessary. The young man was chosen as the evil threatening the good of the villager, the culprit for things not going well, someone that you can unconditionally show contempt for. Imprisoned on the top of a mountain and dropped into hell on earth. Ugh, dude. Yeah, humans have been really good at this kind of nasty stuff, haven't we? It's bad weather. Let's sacrifice the weak. The young man that went through every torture one could experience passed away as a matter of course. However, the hatred felt towards such absurdity was burned into the rock prison and they became a nameless ghost. My God. They just did kill. They tortured him? Dude. dude! No wonder he's pissed off. Even after the young man disappeared, even if the village he hated were gone, and even after the village itself vanished, in a state of bound to the top of the mountain. Isn't that what Jacksepticeye said? Top of the mountain! Top of the morning! He continued to watch the action, ugliness, and joys of mankind. A warm light, thinking about the ordinary everyday that were not granted to him like a sage. Dude, I would actually like that, you know, like, wouldn't that be pretty neat to see Angra Mainyu as an ruler? You know? I mean, it's considering that he's literally is an, you know, a trickster that lies above good and evil. Like, he's obviously having both sides. So, one side is obviously extreme, like Avenger, and then I could see like the opposite, like a ruler, you know? I think that would be neat. I mean, I don't see why. It could be that the part of him that, like this side, the warm light, so to speak, that is formed, created out of that, you know? Putat. Maniacism is a religion founded in the Sasani Empire during the 1st century. It was the main rival of Christianity for a very short period before Islamism. I want to explain it because it's a religion and it would take too much time, but it bases itself in cosmological dualism, two concepts that oppose each other, as in a spiritual world of light and material world of darkness, evil. That is very 100% brief explanation. Okay, that's cool. Thanks for explaining, Potato. Motive and attitude towards master, a form that they're not real Angra Mainyu. I assume it's mean that it's an just a copy. But the young man who was set up as Angra Mainyu, summoned as a servant. So literally the boy what became that. Okay. Basically everything he does is without interest and negative, but he'll probably carry out his duty for his contract and he'll accompany master until the end. Despite saying that, given his animalistic nature, there's a danger of him snapping at any moment and biting his master to death. What? I got numb to death by Angra Mainyu. Even while swearing and criticizing them with abusive language, he's a heroic spirit that will watch over his master's growth. Such way of observing the future of the immature human race is also that of an outcast. Okay, that's okay, but that's kind of scary. Potat. To simply think the real Angra Mainyu is the distracted spirit, evil spirit that antagonises the highest deity of the Zoroastrianism, Ahura Mazda. Mazda! And his cousin Volvo and Audi. Since the nameless boy conception the evil of the village, he kind of was standing for the god of evil. Yeah, that makes sense. That boy stands in. Dialogue. Heya, the weakest heroic spirit, Avenger, has answered your summon and came to see you. Boring. Hey, please just take me outside with your stamina. Your stamina. Sometimes I wonder what type I am. The type that silently serves or the type that plays rough. Well, I'm a dog. A dog. Something that might viciously devour his master can't be a cat anyway. Have you never seen a tiger? I want to refrain from wishing for justice or evil from me. But talk about morals? Since I'm a devil, the bill of that will be severe, you know? Historical imagined characters. 6th century BC, the devil of Zoroastrianism believed in ancient Persia. The highest ranked demon, every weakness in the world of man is Angra Mainyu's doing. Wow. That wasn't much. That was probably the shortest historical image or profile I've seen. Then again, we did get a lot of it in his personality, actually, explaining quite a bit about it, so... character and selling point in FGO. Mankind's oldest god, good and evil duelist called Zoroastrianism. The servant crown with the name of the demon lord of evil has been passed down in Zoroastrianism. Man, I'm not used to say it. What is the real Angra Mainyu other than a summoner? Nobody can tell. A heroic spirit specialized in murdering humans. Isn't that literally most of the servants? But other than that, he can't do anything. In battle between superhuman, that is the Grail War, he is not of no use whatsoever, the weakest servant both in name and reality, but depending on how you use him in a fight against an opponent with certain attributes, he has such powerful fangs concealed and become a literal joker. It would be nice if there was such a thing while having such carefree thoughts the wiki service earning friend points even now. I mean, I guess that's true. Main armaments. Findings that use a 2 mishap dagger called Right Fang Grinder Sarich and Left Fang Grinder Torich. Connection to other characters. King of the Caverns. Since we are both Avengers, the jealousy cannot be suppressed. With things like black flames sprouting from his hand and wearing a coat, it's not like I feel inexcusable as the senpai is pretty much stark naked or anything. Saying that aside, he's flying around in the air too much. Gorgon. I knew that Biggs is that kind of character too. To be specific, I knew since 2005. Even so, what's this? Didn't she become far more atrocious than I imagined? Won't that swallow you whole if you try to tease her? Darius free. Yay, Darius! In terms of mythological background, I'm extremely familiar with him. But it's just too bad since I'm a free nameless heroic spirit right now. I can't respond to that wish. No. I still would love a Darius free rider, dude. Come on, man. That would be amazing. Commented from the illustrator. Despite his body covering tattoos, his attire was that of a simple man, so I was worrying that part to add remove when he transformed. Could it be that I just changed the color of the tattoos on his body? Since he goes through a strange transformation in his third stage, thought of wanting the final stage illustration to be something familiar to the original fans' surface while I was drawing. Although I designed a design plan of the first day having a Miyashiro hair color was submitted, since I have no idea how color ended up shading like this. From now on, I wonder what kind of setting he will appear. Is how I'm looking forward. Is how I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously that he's a little bit of a Shiro face, because, yeah. Translate, your familiar form of anata, a polite way of saying your house, are used to pronounce. Ano means that woman when you use, like, this is a bit rude. It's from the explanation there. And potat. Since I butted in some stuff up there, I left on last thing for here. His mishap and die actually remind me a lot of sort of throwing weapon used by African tribes. I actually forgot the name of the damn thing, but with a general searching, I found it quite easy. I believe are also called Mambele. Cool. I don't have a lot to say about him other than these bits Lamau. His concept and design though, my favorite Avenger lore-wise. Yeah, that's pretty much my thought on this as well. And we're gonna check this Mambele. I hope it's enough important that he's luring me to. Oh yeah. I'm gonna see. I can't see them right now. Something like that. That's pretty funky, I would say. Pretty neat. Very unpredictable. Holy crap. But yeah. In game, I don't really like him too much because the mechanics for him to use him is a little bit wonky and all that. But I would actually love to see him in the game, you know, be utilized more and see him, you know, as general, being more worked out and yeah, you know, he could be such a cool character in all of this, you know. Especially since I know that he's literally the one that corrupt the Grail. Meaning that he has... I mean, maybe not this boy per se, since he's like literally like standing for Angra Mango. But still, I think that would be neat. And yeah, that was Angra Mango. Next is Iskandar! Yes, Redhead Daddy, indeed. Indeed. Oh god, Iskandar, man. Look at him. Oh boy. Dude, he and Napoleon is like the two bros I really want. I still have Iskandar still have eluded me, but I hope one day I get this handsome redhead. Because he was pretty much my favorite in Fate Zero. One of my big faves. Because I just think he's pretty freaking neat. And yeah. And I know in game he's very strong, have good skills and all of that, and yeah, in general he is cool. I just want to see more of him in the game though. I would love that. Rider Iskandar, historical fact, Macedonia, 212 centimeters. Damn, he's so tall, dude. That is why I would love to see Rider Darius, you know, a 5-star Rider Darius, and just see them like rivalry, like roar. That would be so cool. Strength B, Constitution A, Agility D, Magic C, Luck A plus. Damn, that's some luck, and then MP A plus plus. Oh my god, damn. Was Otsuka Akio? Isn't he the guy that do so many freaking amazing voice acting? Like, I think he do the voice of Jiraiya as well. Here we have him. Bleach. Or should he do voice of that? Oh my god. One Piece Black. He do the voice of Blackbeard. Oh my god. Sergeant. Oh no. He's literally fucking everywhere. Shiriku in one Naruto. Huh. I didn't know that. Vamu, Rider Scanner, of course. Man, he do so many voices. God damn, he's all over the place. It's amazing. No, I'm probably thinking on a different character that doing a different person that doing the voice of Jiraiya. Yeah. Oh well. Magic resistant D, invalid magic with chant 3 verses or less, receive mostly no damage even against great formatory or ritual spells. Writing A+. The ability for writing capable of managing EVs with the rank of Phantasmal Beast and Divine Beast, however, this does apply to Dragon. Obviously, it's a big ass type for an magic resist D rank. It should be an invalidated single action spell. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense because D is very low. So yeah, that's a typo. Oh well. Personal skill Charisma A. The innate ability of commanding armies, a rank so roughly the greatest height of popularity a human can possess. A rank, damn. Military tactics B, a tactical instinctive ability in regards not of one-on-one battle, but battle involving large numbers. A ground advantage correction in case of using one's own anti-army anti-fortress noble phantasm, or when dealing against the enemy's anti-army anti-fortress noble phantasm. Divinity C. Although there is no clear basis for many legends have said that he is son of the supreme god Zeus. Damn. And I guess he have a low rank because since this is no clear basis to it. Iskandar is the only one who benefit granted to anti-fortress. The other guys with military only have advantage to anti-army. Oh. I see. Oh, peculiar. My god, it's snowing so much here right now. One day we have sun and then it's full fucking snow again. No offense, gorgeous wheel. Wheels of heaven are 40. Gorgeous wheel and rank A+. Damn. Man. Isn't it the one that used in case files, Lord El Meloy? The one female servant. Wasn't she like using Gordius wheel or whatever it was? The very reason that he's a mounted soldier, the sheriff pulled by 2 flying hood lightning bolts. It is able to run through not only the grounds, but even the air as its own domain. Lightning surge on tracks wherever the divine bolt treads upon. He's able to summon it anywhere by cleaving the air with a sort of Kypriot. I mean, he used it in and in the game. Because of the chariot's various parts can be curtailed and stored away, it's also be able to take the most optimum form that match the terrain topographic. On the driver's spot, as a protection field is formed, able to at least fend off blood splashes. Oh well, that's good, I guess. Strictly speaking, this is not an old fantasy, but an armament that exemplifies Iskandar. Okay, so it's not even in no phantasm. It's considered A+. Are you serious? Holy shit! Oh my god. Ionion Hetairoi, Army of the King. Maximum target. Ionion Hetairoi. The relative marble of summoning, the trump card of the King of Conquerors. Its deployment is a great vast wasteland of a desert, with hot winds blowing about the clear blue sky. It drags opponent into a train without any obstacle, consequently summoned as independent servant is his personal army that he once led during his life, and tramples down with a force of 10,000 strong. He himself is not a magus, but each and every member of his comrades share the same imagined landscape, and with every member maintaining the magic, it becomes possible to deploy the reality marble. Damn! The vital point is the reality marble that summons and revives the entirety of Iskandar's army when he was alive. The bond with his retainers that cross even space and time sublimate as a noble fetus, the symbol of his kingship. It is embodied the charismatic nature of King of Conquerors Iskandar to its fullest. Upon being summoned, it seems that there are several of those who are better than Ryder himself in might of arms, or those who display the charisma of B rank befitting of a king of a country. It originates from how, when he was alive, he was not a hero known for his deeds of arms, but a hero who fought as he commanded his armies. Yeah, dude, I actually really like this. I mean, in the game, it's very simple, like just summoning and then running lots of people running over. But I still remember seeing this in Fate Zero, how fucking epic it was. Like, you see this entire army of soldiers, like, and each soldier there is like insanely strong in his own, like, but you gotta have it. I love that. Character. As his large appearance suggests, he is a man with a large and open heart as well. Despite possessing the nature of a tyrant that does not take others into consideration, he is a wild king whose desire ends up resulting in bringing happiness to the people. In contrast with the ideal King Artoria and the king that transcends humans, Gilgamesh, he is a king that cares to the extreme his limit with a human body. He is bold and broad-minded, possesses a high charismatic nature, yet he also dislikes caring too much about every little thing, making the people in his surroundings rush on their feet. Yeah, I honestly liked this interaction between Artoria, Gilgamesh, and Iskandar, because all three big kings and all that, big great rulers, I guess, depending on how I look at it, but still also very different. As I said, like Artoria being very idealistic, Gilgamesh, yeah, I mean, he's not even human. He was beyond human, so to speak. And then Iskandar being very different, but yeah, and yet they also are like people that stands out and make people surround around them, so to speak. You know. Yeah. He had displayed such a manner when he was alive as well towards several nations, recruiting them for a venture never seen before in history, the Eastern Expedition. Ew. Although in the end he went back to all his retainers admitting defeat, while thinking that just how things went. In his later years, those that deprecate the king, hello Shanli, are exceedingly few in numbers. Those who he had fought during his expedition ended up being added to his army. Perhaps his figure so overflowing his charm that it compensates for his excessive flaws. To add, maybe to his origin where he plundered before conquering, he also has a kleptomaniac tendency, a disease of pillage things he wants to, with a light attitude of one who is just going for a bit of shopping. Oh, yeah, hey Persia, nice rugs you have there. Well, I'll take them. No, why you burn everything? He would think, oh, I want that. And in the end, even with its military facility, there's no stopping his greed, truly befitting of one known as the Conquest King. Yeah, I mean, he literally is pretty much the, a king needs to be greedier than anyone else. A king needs to be stronger than anyone else. A king needs to be better than anyone else. So not very good attitude though, but I could see that happen. It would explain a lot. Motives and attitude towards master. In contrast, perhaps he possesses a strong sense of duty. Even if the master ability's magus is low, he will still lend his power as a servant. Conversely, no matter how excellent of a magus the master is, if she has a low aspiration, whose guiding principle nothing but jealousy, resentment, and grudges, isn't it even worthy in speaking as a human to begin with? Then he shall calmly deliver a crushing blow. He desires world conquest, but his standing is that he cannot be something given by others, only accomplished by his own hands through and through. And so, the wish he harbors toward the Holy Grail is not the means to conquer the world, but the means to incarnate for the sake of conquering the world. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that he's not popping up. That would be scary. He would conquer my heart easily. DLR example. Fleeing under the cover of night is the fact of our coarse thieves. The plundering of the conquest king walks away with a song of victory. Potat said in episode 2 of To Think I Remember This. Damn, you remember that? I do not remember that. Holy crap. I am Conquest King Iskandar. I have manifested as rider in this holy grail war. Episode 4. Dude, how the fuck do you remember these, Potato? I'm actually amazed because I don't remember. I remember he's in Fate Zero. That's pretty much it. As I concede, how about yielding the holy grail to me? Do so and regard you as a friend I shall, and share with you the joy of conquering the world. A king lives far more brilliant than anyone else. It's a word that identifies the figure that enchants the people. Episode of, yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking on. You know, like a king needs to be better than anyone else. That was pretty much what I was thinking on. I think at least. Potato. The third one I don't remember, but I'm sure he must have said it as well. Of course, all of these appeared in the light novel. Yeah, I mean, he probably said all of these things, yes. Depiction in real history. He was born in 4th century BCE in the royal family of the Greek kingdom of Macedonia. Due to influence of his mother Olympias, since he was a child, he was indulged in legend tales of heroes, believing that he himself is a child of Zeus, who was put on a par with the Egyptian god Ammon. Together with his friends, known as Hetairoi, king's companion, raised military deeds, embarked on the unification of Greece under military rule upon becoming king at the young age of 20. Established a personnel led the arm of the Eastern expedition, and not only had he defeated the great empires of Persia, but even absorbing the many nations under Persian control, starting with Egypt. Iskandar was a name given to him by the Arabians and Persians. His eastern expedition had extended up to India, but due to his general's opposition and the soldier's exhaustion, he turned back in Babylon and died in the that land. As a conqueror, he had established the largest empire ever in history, yet to his last testament, the strongest shall inherit the empire. After his death, his empire then was split apart. Damn, was it really the biggest empire in history? Damn, that's amazing. Holy crap. That's something. And the picture in FGO. In Fake noted his childhood manifestation as a servant participated slightly earlier, but he made a high-spirited appearance in the event of Fate Axel Zero Order. He took things at his own pace as ever, greatly shunning the situation. He took an interest in a certain servant whom he tried a strong bond with and challenged him to battle, and aware that he was on his side. That sounds about him. Su Kongmin, Su Liang. While he doesn't have an eye on him, he does not view him in a special way. It may be harsh, but said here acquaintanceship with him is but one among the many encountered for Iskandar. Darius, his greatest rival, where both of their standpoint to be just a little bit mild, he would like to share a drink with him. Yeah, that's why I want to see a Darius Rider, because I could easily see Darius Rider being calm like that, and I could see these two literally fighting each other all the time, and as soon as they have literally been fighting, they're like, yeah, you know what, now we drink, and they're both like, yeah, chugging beer, talking, having sex, and then fighting again. That's how I imagine it. That's how it should be. No one can correct me on that. No, but I could actually see something like that, you know, them being great rivals, frenemies, pretty much. I would love that. I think it's a shame that they don't actually do that. Instead, we have angry Darius, which makes sense though, but still, that really can't communicate. I would love that, honestly. It would appear that the bold and fearless conquest king, Akelsek, would reflexively tear his clothing and dress him. He had aspired to him since his child, and even as an adult, Akels is the great hero and object for him. How about that? Yeah, even the great king needs inspiration. A strong character varies emotional attachment. Even the meaning of the fate were largely expanding is true that of the conquest queen, yeah, right? The design evolution did not have much change, with the further centuries stopping having his armor become more splendid. But his battle sprite is really amazing with Bucephalus as an addition. I think the feedback was really quite something. And a thick line in there. Potat. Okay, what do I have to say, you scoundrel? I don't know how to get rid of these pesky black lines. I can see, I can read between the lines. Obviously, I love Iskandar, even if Fate took a more charismatic approach to him. ERL Alexander was somewhat ruthless, to say at least. By the way, his empire is obviously not large in history. Yeah, I couldn't imagine because he couldn't cross the ocean, right? But it was the most powerful during his time period of the defeat of Persia and the known world. To have an idea of his countries, though, he reigned over 3% of the world. Oh! The Brazilian Empire reigned barely over 6%, while the Mongol Empire controlled 70% of the world for comparison. Yeah. Damn. It was only 3%. Dude. But yeah, I mean, obviously it makes sense, because I do remember that there was a lack of, like, yeah, we couldn't really conquer over the oceans. But of his era, yeah. And also because I did check on, was it yesterday or the day before, the British Empire, like, when at the biggest, they had 25%. So that's pretty big. Funnily enough, Sumer, Gilgamesh only comprised 0.04% of the world. Puny tiny little Gil. That said, I wonder if Sumer even counts as a legitimate empire in the truest sense of word, I suppose. Well, perhaps I can correct anything wrong in my mindset, but I won't go down without a fight. Yay, I'm glad he got an animation. I'm so happy for that as well. And yeah, I love Iskandar. I always loved him since I saw him in Fate Zero, and think he's a cool character. I mean, he's the type of character I like. Big, burly, little bit weird, but also friendly. And plus he's a redhead, which is always a big plus in my book. And yeah, I'm just generally really like him. So I'm happy he got an animation update and all of that. And I hope one day I will get him myself. I really hope so. That would be nice. So yeah, that was Angra Mainyu and Iskandar. Man, we have gone through a lot of these characters. Holy crap. It's amazing. But yes, I will be back next week with more FGO Thirstday. And once again, thank Potato for doing all of this and helping me out with this, because it really means a lot. So thank my dude. And yeah, see you next week. And have a continued super great day.